It is, but please introduce yourself. Tell what organizations
before
you're
I
with.
even in Peggy, before I introduce myself,
Mhm.
I just have to say thank you to you and Brett and Bob, and then to each of you, Renee and Thomas, Gary and Juliana, whoever's on here today. This is a fight, and Ron, this is a fight we all have to take up. And Sherry used to say to me, 1 in 8. It's 1 in 8. And you sit at a table and you look around. I don't look around anymore. I know it's 1 in 8. So I want to talk a little bit about that. But Sherry's not with us, so I'm going to talk about Sherry first. Okay. And Peggy, thank you again, and Brett, for having me on the call today. Sherry Matthews is a 24-year breast cancer survivor. And 24 years ago, there wasn't adaptive clothing for anything. Okay. And when she went in, she used safety pins for her drains. And she said, this is not right. This is not right. Okay. She said, if this was a man, you would not have the man use safety pins. You'd try, but Brett, you did, but you'd try to come up with something else. And they didn't until you guys started and we met you. So Sherry went about designing, she's an inventor, worked for IBM as well. And she invented the shirt because she wanted to help people, both men and women, not have to go through that. So I've got the shirt here. You won't be able to see it, but Peggy may have it. Here's the blue shirt, and she made the blue shirts just for Peggy and Brett and the male breast cancer. Okay. And so the thing I love about it, and my husband's had a ton of surgeries, okay? And he's worn it every single, here's the pocket. He hasn't had breast cancer, thank God. But he's worn it every single time. He says, get me Sherry shirts, please. He'll even wear the pink one. So just know that John will wear the pink one because they were so comfortable. So Sherry invented this shirt, and 12 years ago, she started, and it's called Heal and Comfort. So if you haven't been out there, please go. Oh, there are the pouches too, excuse me. And we got these wonderful shower patches and the forehand patches. And now we've got this amazing cream, Peggy, which I sent you some. So
And it works like you
it
wouldn't
works. It's
believe.
unbelievable. So, pardon me, these Texas allergies are killing me.
Everybody's got it. It's unbelievable.
Crazy.
Here's
But
here's a cream.
there's
Can
the
you see
cream.
it?
We're
And
working
it
with
takes the scars away.
yeah, we're working with the breast cancer surgeon. His
Oh,
name is Dr. C, and we're working with him. And what he does is he's invented this, and he works with all cancer patients, and especially breast cancer. So he's invented this, and he's partnering with us. The other thing that I sent you some of these, Peggy, too, is no nause bands. You wear them, and it helps with the nausea. Did I send you some of those?
no, I never got
Okay.
those.
I'm
We
sorry,
need to,
that's new as
because
well.
these go out in the care packages that I send to the
Right.
men once they're diagnosed and they contact us, and we
I'll
send
get
it
you
to them
some of
free of
those sent
charge.
out. I'll
But
send to you, Peggy, because those are great. We work with the doctor. Her name is Dr. Jackie, and she's invented them when she was pregnant. But they help with nausea, they help with
oh,
sleep, and we
awesome.
great reviews on that. It's kind of like the armband, the wristband paper
Right.
you have, but it's called No Nause, and she's unbelievable. So we're working with
Oh,
Sherry
those are
Shirt.
amazing. Now, I
Right.
got to tell you on this, we went to the dermatologist and I had some cancers marks removed. I put this on it and my scars went away like that.
No, it's
It
so exciting.
works. I
It
mean, it
works.
works. This stuff is good. I put it on at night, every night.
So we're very excited about that. But Peggy, I'll get you some no-nos bands out.
Please, that'll
And
help
so
the
that's
guys.
part of our recovery kit.
Uh-huh.
And I work with Sherry, but she works with other people all over. She's sort of the nonprofit area
Yes.
of it. And I mean, she's the for-profit and I'm the nonprofit, but she partners with us. She has gotten shirts on patients she's worked for 24 years, but the last 12 years she's been very actively involved. She has sent shirts out and helped over 150,000 patients all over the world to wear these. I'm not kidding. When my husband begged for this shirt, he said, give me the
Uh-huh.
pink. He said, I don't care. Just give it to me. It's very soft. It doesn't hurt your scars. And he's had heart surgery. He's had arm surgery and shoulder surgery. And he just
Yeah.
says, get them for me. She's
Yeah.
helped over 150,000 patients, and she continues to
She's
do that. She
amazing.
works with me and she works with Peggy. That's how I met you, Peggy, was
Yeah.
through Sherry. And now it's our job. Y'all are on our website to talk about male breast cancer on Sherry's website as well as ours. My name is Darlene Templeton, and I worked for IBM for 36 years. And I tell everybody I was 6 when I started, but I was in that corporate world. So I understand, and we were always giving. Had I known, I always gave to breast cancer anyway. Had I known about gifting care and Sherry, I would have given, I retired 14 years ago. I would have given our money, the nonprofits to that. We're the nonprofit arm, and it's our job to take donations. And what we do is help hardships, we help veterans, we help people like Peggy. It's our role to make sure everybody's getting help and support with these amazing recovery kits, and that we're working together. Like, this has been already beneficial to me. I wish I could have said on the whole one today, but my husband still is not well after 5 years, much better. So I had doctor's appointments today. But it's important. And Renee, you said it the best. And Thomas, you said it. And Ron did. And Gary, haven't heard you yet. We have to work together. We have to work as a team. It can't just be the women and the men, because Sherry for 12 years has been saying 1 in 8, 1 in 8. I ran a women's group. Was called Amazing Women Alliance. I'm not doing that anymore. I retired from there so I could work more on gifting care. I would ask in the room, because we always donated our money. That was our number one goal. I would say, how many have had breast cancer? A few. How many have a family member? More hands would go up. How many know somebody that's had breast cancer? Before you left the room of 70 to 80 women, everybody knew somebody that had breast cancer, and that's a huge impact. So our goal is to partner with Peggy, partner with anybody else that we can partner with, Sherry, Dr. Jackie, Dr. C, so that we can continue providing more products. Okay, we're trying to make sure, we may not always be able to get all the shirts, but we want to get the pouches. We want to get stuff that help people. And so that's what we're really looking for. And Thomas, we do partner. That we're shipping out a couple of shirts today and a whole recovery package to a female veteran who's going through the 40 rounds of radiation. She's gone through she's got the red devil, and she's gone through 10 rounds or 6 rounds of chemo, and she's still struggling. So we're happy that we're able to help those. And we don't ask for anything on that. We are asking if someone else is ordering, if they could help us pay for the shipping. That's all we're asking for. So Peggy, if you need more, you need to let me, or anybody else, please, please, please let me know. That's Sherry's job and my job. And then my job is with our board to really work through how best can we help the community. And when it hit me, my niece she's been gone 2 years. She was 54, and she was diagnosed with inflammatory, literally. She was at my house, and she said, sorry, I don't mean to be graphic, but she said, this breast looks bigger and it looks like the nipple's inverted. And we raised her shirt, and I said, get it scheduled, get the mammogram, get the sonogram. So she got a mammogram. They got her in literally that next week. Okay, they got her in, and we got her in that very next week. They got her in for the sonogram in that same week, and we were at the breast cancer surgeon in less than 2 weeks. Okay, and I went with her sitting. She was single at the time, and I remember, I had to keep this face, because he said, you have stage 2.4, 2.5 cancer, metastatic breast cancer. Tomorrow, Monday, you go to the oncologist. Tuesday, you get your port installed. Wednesday, we start chemo. We schedule the chemo, and Thursday you started. It was that quick, because it was the fast growing kind. And so we went through that, and she fought it for 9 years. It was a tough fight, but she fought the best she could. That taught me about caregiving. And I was saying, Sherry, what can I do? I can't fix cancer. What can I do? And she was walking me through all the stages, as you said, Peggy. Like you said, I would have been running around, Thomas, all over saying, oh my God, somebody help me. Sherry set me down, walked me through. We went through it. And she also helped Kathy and then her significant other, not be so terrified of where we were going. So Kathy ran the gifting care for a few years until she got too ill to do that. She gave it a good fight, and now I've taken over. And my role is to try to help as many people, men and women, to get through this because it's terrible. So, we will help anybody. If any of you have people that need the shirts, please contact me. Peggy's going to send out my information.
Yes.
Send me, and Peggy, use my Darlene at darlenetempleton.com because I don't seem to get as much when that's my regular email when
Right.
it goes to gifting care. But let us help. And like I said, most of the time we always just ask for the shipping so that Gifting Care can help more people. We're in a donation period right now, and we're starting to get again through a lot of the women that were in my group. We're getting more donations. And so the thing that I learned the best is you can't fix cancer, but we can certainly help the cancer journey. Because these men and women and each of you are so brave and so amazing to be on that journey. I've been lucky. My husband's had everything, but for 5 years, I've been that caregiver, and we must advocate. If y'all don't hear anything, Christina says it, Peggy says it, Renee, Thomas, Gary, Ron, we all say Brett, we must advocate. I had to advocate for my husband when he was so sick. And so, sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, I thought I had that off. I had to, between the watch and every device, they can get a hold of me no matter where I am.
I'll find you, girl.
It's our job is to advocate, and we have to advocate. And I'm just gonna talk about something personally. Every year they tell me I have dense breasts. Every year I say, can I get a sonogram? And every year for a few years they said no. And finally, I said for the last 2 years, then if you won't pay for the sonogram, I'll pay for it myself. And it still comes back negative, thank God. And my OB always reads it. But I would even advocate if people feel uncomfortable, because I've been around breast cancer so much. And I'm also, and getting a little bit older, and I want to make sure that I don't have it, because all I ever hear is you have dense breast. Okay. But like Christina said, they can tell you that for years. So I pay for my own. It was like $250 this year, and it was the best $250 I had ever spent because it took that fear away. So that's what we do. Our job is to advocate, to help people. Sherry and Peggy and all of us have so many resources. We connect people there's resource pages on our website. We connect you with other people. We connect you with anybody that needs to be connected. And what I want to say to each of you, please let me help if I can. If there's anything I can do with you to help you, or if you know someone that needs a recovery kit, please contact me and I'll be glad to send them. So I guess what I want to say is breast cancer is in my heart. It's in my family, and I am out there to make sure that my role is to help as many people as fortunate. We focus on a lot of the hardship cases because people can't afford some of the stuff, but that's our role. But our job, mine and Sherry's and Peggy's and everybody else, is to provide as much information as we can. If you go out to both Sherry's website, Heal and Comfort, and you go out to giftingcare.org, and Peggy has those, they'll be part of our recording. Please make sure that you take a look at it, read some of the stories. We've been so fortunate to help people, and it's just a part of our journey. And that's what we want to do, is make this tough, brave, awful journey for each of you so much easier. And as Christina said, it's important that the caregivers know that as well. So I've kind of given you a quick overview of my personal story, Sherry's personal story, and then what our goal is. So please, 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 let me turn it. Is there anything I can help you with, or any questions? Peggy, you know us very well. Anything I can answer for you? And I'm glad to take questions or anything from any of you right now.
Absolutely. This is amazing. I got to tell you, my husband, Bob Miller, won't wear most things, but when he had his shoulder surgery, his 2 knee replacements and his shoulder replacement, he would not live without this shirt.
Mine too.
Yeah,
Mine
he pleaded, get one more.
Exactly.
And Bob's a large guy, so the 2XL, he'd wear a t-shirt, and then he'd wear this or do the t-shirt over it and wear this under it. it allows the skin to breathe. It allows the skin to heal, the scars to heal.
Exactly.
And without it, I don't know, and half the guys that use the pouches and stuff, oh my God, would have been amazing.
Yes.
I mean, Brett, you can sort of vouch for it. Tell them what you had to do when you healed.
Well, it was in the kind of the same boat as Sherry's, where she was told to, on the day of the surgery, bring one of her husband's dress shirts to wear, because typically it's a lot bigger than they are and a little more roomy, and the button down and stuff. And that's essentially what I was told. I was told to bring some Hawaiian shirts, is what they told me, because they were always bigger, and the button downs and everything. And it wasn't safety pins, but it was lanyard. It was the lanyard. The lanyard would go over your, over my neck and everything, and it would clip onto the grenade, and and that's what I did to keep it up and out of the way.
Right.
So, we met Sherry many years after my diagnosis and everything, but I wish that we had met her sooner and had it available at the time, because yes, it would have been very convenient to have.
And Brett, thank you for that. And that's our goal, is to get it out. Sherry's reached a lot of patients. We've reached a lot of people with gifting care, but we want to get more out. We still, as always, like Peggy, everybody, we would like more donations, because the more donations we get, the more people we can help. And I think, Brett, one of the things that my husband loved the best was this pocket.
Yes, the inside pocket.
The pocket was the very best for him. And then, it just the comfort, the comfort of not having to pull your arms, just you could pull it right off with the Velcro. And that's so important, because we can't control a lot, but we've got to help people control what they can and be as comfortable as they can. So
very much so. And Renee, I'll just tell you, you will be the hero of your patients by showing them this shirt. And when you come, I'm going to give her the sample with the pouches and all.
Good,
she can start showing her patients, go here, order it. If somebody wants to send you flowers and chocolate through your cancer, no, send this link. Go order this for me. Put the money towards that.
Hey, or she could go back to her hospital and show how great this product is, and then it's something that they provide to the patient that's there.
Right,
within budget, but hey.
And
Renee, they really should. Every hospital should send a patient after surgery home in one of these shirts. Right. Seriously.
And we do give to hospitals here, but Renee, I was going to find out, that was one thing I'd like to know where you are, because, there's several ways. If it's a hardship case and we need to send people, we can do that. We can send it if someone will pay the donation. On Sherry's page, you can buy them, because she's the for-profit, but know that she gives them to us for the nonprofit, okay, at a discount. But I think it's important, as I said, my niece said, I got her one. She said, get me another one.
That's
because
right.
She said, I'd wait at the dryer with the t-shirt on and wait at the dryer for it to come out of the dryer. And by the way, they wash and dry.
So they're beautiful. Yeah. And they are a very comfortable, breathable material that Sherry and them figured out and designed is amazing. And you do heal faster. Right. I mean, Bob may be looking at another surgery here soon. So first thing he said, you still got me a recovery shirt. And I said, yeah, you got a whole box. Remember, they're upstairs. We send it to the guys.
And we have some hospitals that have them in their gift shop.
Yes.
People need to be educated on them, just like we're educating people on breast cancer, because they see a shirt and they're like, well, what does that mean? And what does that mean, and how does that help the patient? So I think that's a part of when we're talking to the families, and Sherry always says this, instead of they're cheaper than flowers.
Yes, they are.
So instead of sending flowers, or, and like I said, you can donate to us, you can buy from Sherry, whatever. I don't care. Our goal is, mine and Sherry's goal, like Peggy's, is to get this recovery kit in the hands of as many people as we can. Right. That's our good job. That's our goal.
And what's the cost of them right now, too, Darlene?
I think they're 65 on the website.
They're very inexpensive, but they've got to understand what it's for.
Don't
And
quote me. Don't quote
no,
me
I won't
exactly.
quote on the price or
But I
anything
think
because
it's
they go to the
65.
website and take a look at it. But the bottom line is this will help them heal.
Right.
Chocolate will put weight on and flowers die in a couple of days.
Yeah, and you know, men don't care about, I mean, I'm sorry, Brett, maybe and Thomas, maybe y'all do, and Gary, maybe you do care about flowers. My husband could care less about flowers. He could care less. You know, get him chocolate or a beer and he'll be fine. But you know, he could care less about flowers. So think about that as we're more and more men are coming. And Renee, like you said, it's still a scary journey for the men because you know, just what we went through, Peggy, much to like your husband, we've had both hips broken twice. He's had a broken collarbone and a broken shoulder, plus a whole bunch of stuff on top of that, you know, heart and all of that. But he's doing great. But he'll just say, please get my shirts. Get my shirts.
That's right.
That's all he wants. So
Yes.
I just wanted, and Peggy, I so appreciate, and Brett and Bob, you guys having me because
We appreciate you all.
more important that we have to talk about this and we
Yes.
have to make the family members aware of it. And, you know, Peggy, I'm sure you're going to take the shirt and the recovery kit to the, you know, to the holiday party or however that's going to work. You
Yeah.
know, we have to help each other. And like I said, I'm glad, Renee, if you want to talk about it, I don't know where you are, but I'm glad to help. Thomas and Gary, I'm glad to help in any way we can. Our goal, like I said, is to help. I don't
Well,
know.
I'm going to send an email out to everybody
Okay.
with the link of everybody's emails.
Oh, good, good.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you'll know how to reach each other that have all been on this call because it's the only way we're going to be able to share that information
Yes.
out to people. And
Yes.
it'll be an Excel sheet because it actually has websites on it and everything.
Oh,
And
wow.
contact information. So you can email, call each other, whatever, text, because they're all cell numbers that I've got on there. And for that way, we can make things happen faster.
Yes, exactly.
We don't want to just drag our feet on it. And, you know, we normally go San Antonio Breast Cancer Symposium. I had a booth booked, but when I went to my primary care doctor, because I've had the newest COVID and viral pneumonia, and she just looked at me and she goes, "You're not going anywhere. You get in a crowd like that, I probably won't be treating you next year because you won't be here." So I had to cancel, but I will be on virtual conference with that to share a lot of the information. And also I will have the videos finished to share those links to any patient that asks for information. And I'll share them out to our YouTube channel. We have over 300 some out videos. You guys will all live on that YouTube channel for people to go watch everything that we discussed today. So,
and Peggy, if I can help for the symposium, if Sherry or I can help to give you any more information, you've got it all.
I got it. I link back.
You know us all very well.
You're awesome, but
does anybody have any questions? We went through it pretty fast, and I know that I'm the last thing at the end of the day. That's the story of my life as a speaker. I'm at the end of the day, and I'm the last thing standing between you and dinner or cocktails. So
we saved the best for last.
That's right.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate that. I always love this, Peggy and Brett, to be here with you guys.
We love you all.
It makes my heart smile to know not that men get it, but now everybody's getting help. And you guys, as somebody said, Thomas said, you're the only place out there that talks about men's breast cancer. So
that's right.
I'm so happy to hear that.
If Brett made his promise to his surgeon, "Doc, you get me well, I will not stop yelling it from the rooftop that men have breasts too." But I add hashtag that we own. Together we will change the world because we can't do it alone, guys.
Nope,
you can't do it alone. It takes everybody's knowledge.
It takes us all. And so does anybody have any questions or can I answer anything else and before we hang up? Because I know I am the last thing to save the best for last.
The best for last.
But yeah.
I just want to thank you for the vest that Peggy sent me because that was the godsend 3 years ago.
See?
Oh, yeah.
And he's Vegas, baby. So when you get to Vegas, you go visit Tommy.
I will, Tom.
Yeah.
I will.
Not a problem.
I can't travel either. My husband's like, you know, I do have to go to a funeral. She didn't have breast cancer, but a dear friend, and I have to sit in the back with my mask because they said,
Yeah.
we can't have you around a ton of people anymore just because my husband's immune system's not so great. Mine's okay, but his is not. But Tom, we're trying to get more vets. So if y'all have any more vets, but if you know people, and that's why I want to touch base with Christina as well. That if we
Yes.
can help people, we'd love to help people for our countries, and each of you, not just specialize in that, but sometimes it's hard. My family, as I said, my brother was in Vietnam for 3 years and three different tours. And sometimes it's hard to get the resources you need at the vet. And we want to make sure that we're helping, especially the men and women that are suffering through this disease as well.
Yeah, I highly recommend everybody email her. That way, when she goes up and talks to the VA administrator, she can go, look, I have all this.
That's
Yes.
right.
That's awesome.
That's right.
Yeah.
When there's a
Cool.
lot of people, the VA gets scared.
That's right.
I don't blame them. When you've got passionate people, they ought to get scared. So
Yeah.
We keep it all together. And again, I can't thank everybody enough for taking the time out of their day to get these messages out to the world, because that's what we do.
yeah.
We can't change it without everybody working together. And so for another year ending of the virtual conference.
Well, one more thing before I
Yeah.
say, I always say it takes a village, and this is an awesome village, and we just have to keep creating the village. I'm so happy to be a part of it, and I'm glad we're just bringing more people into that village, because we can do it together, and that's the best way. With the people focus, we got this. We just got to keep going after it. So, all right, Peggy.
Very much so.
Everybody.
And we hope a lot of the guys want to still try to come together end of April. So we're going to try to do an in-person one here in Kansas City. We'll start out with a Mama Burger party, and then we'll have 2 days of conference. And hopefully Renee's going to let me know the date. In a week or two, they're going to be here, and she gets to sample the Mama Burgers then.
Woo!
Because your
I'd love
son
to,
lives
Peggy.
here, right, Renee? Yeah.
I'd love to be there. My husband would love it, but we're going to have to pass on the.
I understand. Trust me, I do. That's why I'm not taking it out of Kansas City.
Yeah, that's why we're going to have to pass on that. So
absolutely. So God bless everyone.
All
Happy,
right.
happy holiday
Okay.
season.
thanks, everybody. Happy holidays. You
And
guys
Kim-
are awesome and amazing. Woohoo! Let's
Thank you
together
all
we
that
will change
attended
the
today and all
world.
the speakers.
That's right.
Thank you.
Very good.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.